Greetings to you today. Welcome to our podcast, Talk Time with Sakiwo. I hope you were inspired and motivated and encouraged last week with episode 2 and looking forward to tuning in and hearing episode 3. This podcast is about encouraging you. It's about giving you inspiration. It's about giving you encouragement because it can be tough out there. We live in a very cruel, in a very nasty, and in a very mean world. At the same time, it is a beautiful world. It's got moments where we enjoy and be happy, but in general, it is a very mean, nasty, cruel world, and therefore we need some encouragement, we need some inspiration so that we can have the fuel to keep moving on, to keep pressing on and make it in life and not give up. Our message or title for our podcast today is The Beauty of Rock Bottom. The beauty of rock bottom. You know, as we do this life, as we live and endeavor in many things, whether it's business, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a marriage, or even relationships with siblings or church family or whoever, we can sometimes find ourselves in conflict, or there are times or moments where we are happy, but there will be confrontations. And in those marriages, in those relationships, maybe in business, we can hit rock bottom where things do not work out, or where things did not work out in our lives or in our relationships, in our businesses, and we hit rock bottom. So there is beauty in rock bottom. There is beauty in rock bottom. Many times and oftentimes when we hit rock bottom, we think it's the end. We think there's no more to live for. We think we want to give up on life. We want to give up on ourselves. But there is so much beauty in rock bottom. So I want you to know, I want you to realize that before you give up, before you are admitted for mental health issues, that there is, and again, in your life, there is a second chance. Even when you have hit rock bottom, you can still rise and make it in life. Oftentimes, the world will knock us down because we live in a broken world. It will knock us down. And when the world knocks us down, it seems like everything has fallen apart. We fall into pieces. And that can be so nasty. We can feel so lonely. We can feel so depressed and discouraged that we don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. Even, when we hit rock bottom, we can feel deserted by the people that we trusted in, by the people that we loved, by the people that we even confided in. Sometimes hitting rock bottom reveals the true colors of the people that we were surrounded with, because some of them may desert us, some of them may avoid us, some of them may forsake us. So there at that point of hitting rock bottom, that is when you must find something from within you and not look on the externals, and find something from within you that will make you find beauty at rock bottom. Collins Dictionary defines rock bottom as follows. If something has reached rock bottom, it is at such a low level that it cannot go any lower. When you reach rock bottom, you cannot go any lower. When you hit rock bottom, you are at the lowest point or the most extreme state of decline. You have nowhere else to go when you reach rock bottom. It means that your situation cannot deteriorate any further. It is at the rock bottom. It cannot deteriorate any further. It cannot go down any further. So rock bottom is a place where you feel like you are trapped in a dark corner, in the darkest corner, and there is no way of escape. When you have reached rock bottom, you have literally, or you are in such a bad state that your situation could not get any worse. Any worse. I'm not sure if I'm talking to someone, but I have reached rock bottom at some point in my life. And when you are there, there is no worse place to be in than to be at rock bottom. It is a place even when people you trusted begins to forsake you. It is a place where even the people you shared your deepest secrets with begins to gossip about them, begins to go around like busybodies, saying the things that you told them in confidence. It is a place even your so-called best friend becomes your worst enemy. At rock bottom, it is a place where you feel like you are trapped and there is nowhere else or no one else to go to. The universe has turned against you, and therefore you feel like you have been put in the darkest corner in hell or on the ground and left there for dead. But I want to tell you, there is beauty right there. There is beauty at rock bottom right there. And you can find it. It is the place where you must look from within, because only you have yourself when you are there. Only you have your back when you are at rock bottom. You have your back. A family member may not be around to help you. The person you thought was your friend may not be there to talk to. Your colleagues may not listen to you anymore because you are alone. You are at rock bottom. But I want to tell you, like this one scholar once said, the only good thing about hitting rock bottom is that it cannot get any worse. That is, rock bottom is a place where you must rise. It is a place where you must arise, rise, and ascend. You can only go up. You cannot go further down because it is rock bottom. So therefore, get up, stand, and ascend. J.K. Rowling, after hitting rock bottom, said, "Bottom became the solid foundation on which I built my life." It is a place where you can rebuild your life. No matter how hard you have been knocked down, no matter what life has thrown at you, no matter the pain you have faced in your life, no matter the situation you find yourself in, at rock bottom, like J.K. Rowling, it is a place where you must sit alone and find the strength from within to rebuild yourself, to rebuild your life. Rock bottom is not the end, but the beginning. It can be the beginning and not the end for you. Therefore, find the strength from within. Dig deeper within and rebuild your life. No matter what you have caused your life to be, that you have hit rock bottom, because sometimes it is our own mistakes that get us at the rock bottom. It is our own doing that hit us so hard and we find ourselves there. It may be the people around you that were not with you that got you there. But again, don't have the victim mentality. Forget the victim mentality. Find the strength from within. And oftentimes when we are trying to rise and ascend, there will be forces that come against us. There will be forces, there will be people, there will be things that want to keep us right there so that we don't ascend. But you must find the strength from within to arise, to rise and ascend and rebuild your life. At rock bottom, there are lessons to learn. There are lessons to learn that we may not have learned on the mountaintop. There are lessons to learn that university may not teach us. Only us can learn those lessons at rock bottom, and we can teach others, and we can contribute to the lives of others who have hit rock bottom. Maybe your marriage failed, and after your divorce, you hit rock bottom. Maybe your relationship you were in that you have invested all, after you separated, you lost everything and you hit rock bottom. Maybe you lost your work, your job during all this financial crisis that we find ourselves in. It could have been because of the pandemic or whatever, and you couldn't provide for your family. But I want to tell you, I want to inspire you that it is time at that place where you are hopeless, where you don't see the light, you find the strength, you find something from within and arise. Can be a horrible place, can be a lonely place, but get up, get up, get up and do something about it. Here's what you must do. At rock bottom, learn the lessons you wouldn't learn anywhere else. Learn the lessons you wouldn't learn from any mentor. Learn the lessons you wouldn't learn from any professor, and go out there into the world and give people hope. I remember Mike Tyson when he was at his prime as a world champion. He lost everything when he was interviewed to tell people what had happened and how he felt when he hit rock bottom. He lost his riches. He lost his fleshy cars. He lost his mansions. He lost all the money that he can buy the world with. He lost everything. His promoters stole from him. His managers stole his millions of dollars from him. And he lost it all. He lost friends, he lost some family members, and all the people, everyone who surrounded him when he was rich. And he even went to prison. And he was at rock bottom. And they asked him how he felt about it. And Mike Tyson said, I was at peace with myself, because there at rock bottom, there was nothing else to steal from me. And that everyone who stole from me was no longer there to steal anything, because I had nothing. I found peace because there was nothing else to steal, and I had to rebuild myself. And now Mike Tyson has rebuilt himself, has regained some positions and some millions of dollars, and he's doing well. So even you can be Mike Tyson. You may have hit rock bottom, but you can rebuild right there. And I want to say to you, as I conclude, if you cannot absorb rock bottom, you will not go further in life. If you cannot absorb being at rock bottom, being ridiculed, being belittled, and when people desert you and forsake you, but you absorb all of that. If you cannot absorb the pain, even of just having one pair of shoes or wearing torn underwears and people laughing at you, you will not go further in life. You will not succeed. Never abandon yourself when you hit rock bottom. People can abandon you. Everybody can abandon you. But don't abandon you. Stick with you when nobody is sticking with you. Stick with yourself when nobody is there to stick with you. When all have forsaken you, be there for yourself. Stand for yourself when nobody else is standing up for you. Stand up for yourself. You are all you have and all you need at rock bottom. Know that the future rewards those who keep pressing on. Therefore, keep pressing on. Do not make rock bottom your dwelling place. It must be your rebuilding place. It must never be your dwelling place. Do not build a monument when you hit rock bottom. It is not a monument. It is your rebuilding place, where you come out stronger, where you come out better than you were. And even those who are belittling you, even those who forsook you, can learn something from you. Your condition must not be your conclusion. Never make your condition your conclusion. It is the beginning, it is not the end. Never let rock bottom determine your worth. Your worth is not determined by your rock bottom. Arise, rise and ascend, and begin to live again. I want to say, yes, you can. Yes, you can make it. Therefore, arise and be a better person. Let your trial be your testimony, and live your life as a conqueror again. Hope to see you next time when we do episode 4, same time, same place. I hope you were inspired, encouraged, and blessed by this episode. Find beauty at rock bottom. Goodbye from your host and podcaster, Zakiwa Chikra.